Appreciate the time with you guys this morning.
First off, about Go Beyond Profit, who are you folks and what do you do?
Well, let me clarify something really quick, Tim. I'm the CEO of Better Communities Collaborative. Most people around Athens would know us as WGAU Engineering. We started about 24 years ago. But Go Beyond Profit is something we're really proud to be associated and affiliated with. Statewide organization's been around for probably a dozen years or so, maybe a little less. But we have 1,800 businesses across the state of Georgia, everything from Fortune 500 to solo entrepreneurs that are really pledged to operate generously in Georgia and, as the name says, go beyond profit.
All right, operate generously. I mean, define terms. What do we mean there?
It can mean different things to different companies, really. It's just what we do in our day-to-day businesses that is above and beyond the bottom line at the end of the day. For WGAU Engineering and Better Communities Collaborative, it may be that our company cooked 1,000 pounds of barbecue last Friday and donated it to charities across our city, or that we helped last year raise $90,000 for Books for Keeps and help them get a new truck. So it's just where we focus our efforts when we're not doing what we do on our day-to-day business to try to build better communities.
And by the way, as I understand it, it's not just about being warm and fuzzy here, John Williams, as you point out now with Better Communities Collaborative, working with, among other entities, Caterpillar, and designing the facility on which they operate now in Athens. So I mean, you do work, you do real work, and at the end of the day, there's real profit, there's real loss, I suppose.
Oh, 100%. That's the way it is in any entrepreneurial situation. I mean, everybody that's an entrepreneur knows that the first rule is, you do have to make a profit at the end of the day. I tell people that all the time. We're really good at what we do. We've done a lot of student multifamily across the country. We're very focused on economic and industrial development. We did the Ball Recycled Cup facility up in Rome, Georgia, and the Caterpillar plant, like you mentioned. But being good at those things enables us to do the stuff at the end of the day, like you said, the warm and fuzzy stuff, the feel-good stuff that our employees love and we believe makes us a better company and sets us apart, and helps us attract better talent. Just that extra piece that builds better communities across everywhere we really operate, whether it's Nashville or Atlanta.
I'm drawing a blank. I wish I could remember now. Is it some TV show or some movie I was watching recently, and one of the characters in it, I don't even remember the context, but one of the characters in it, I'll always remember the line. He said, decency is a good thing when you can afford it, and right now I can afford it. Some guy who was being magnanimous and generous in some circumstance or another. Decency is a good thing when I can afford it, and thankfully right now I can afford it. But as you say, if you don't make that profit, nobody is able to benefit. Now let's talk about the event this afternoon, 5 o'clock at Creature Comforts. What happens here?
We've got a great panel today. Rashi Malcolm, who I've come to know and love over the last couple of years, and Bob Googe, who's a friend of CEO of Jittery Joe's Coffee, and I will be talking kind of a panel discussion. We'll have 50, 75 CEOs from across the state of Georgia join us at Creature Comforts and have a little food and try to get some insight into, what we do and Bob and Rashi does to help build better communities every day. And there'll be Sarah McKinney, President and CEO of the Athens Community Foundation, is going to be our keynote speaker. Sarah does such tremendous work, and that foundation does just such tremendous work in Athens. So, we'd love for any entrepreneurs or anybody really in the community that wants to come and join us to come out and join us at Creature Comforts downtown and, just learn a little bit more about the Go Beyond Profits mission and kind of what we're all doing to build better communities.
Again, the Better Communities Collaborative, John Williams talking now about this event that takes place this afternoon. Step back and look at things from, 30,000 feet here, to use that cliche. There's another cliche that we often hear. Well, in these uncertain times, I don't know when there have ever been certain times. I mean, we've never been able to really predict the future and understand what's going to happen. We have seen dramatic upheaval over the last couple of years, the pandemic, the way we chose to respond to it, and now some policies that have led to where we are, inflation, gas prices, the stock market doing crazy things, the inability to find people to work, even in a good climate, supposedly, with a lot of job openings, the companies that struggle, supply chain issues, and the rest of it. There would be, if someone was so inclined, there'd be a lot of reason to be concerned here. How concerned are you?
Well, obviously, all those things you listed, when you put them all in order like that, it sounds a little bit concerning. But at the end of the day, our businesses, Better Community Collaboratives, are heavily focused around the architecture, engineering, and construction industry. And being in the South and everything that's going on here in the great state of Georgia as far as economic development, I mean, we feel pretty confident that our kind of backlog of work is going to continue. I would say that, like what you said, one of the challenges we all face today is finding talent, and that's something that Better Communities Collaborative is focused on every day. And I believe that, people in general through the pandemic and through, like you said, kind of the shakeup that we've had in the last few years, really took a step back and said, I don't want to work like this anymore, or I want to work for a company that feels better to me. And that's what we're trying to create here is take those people who may have come out of the pandemic and spent, a year and a half at home homeschooling kids and doing all that stuff, going, hey, like, where's a better place for me to go now? I don't have to do things the way we used to. So, we try to really create an environment to attract and retain the best talent. And, part of that is live in our mission, which is building better communities. And I think that resonates. And we're really getting a lot of traction. I mean, we've grown, by over 100 people in the last 2.5 years through the pandemic. So, our company, I feel like is practicing what we preach, and people are, gravitating towards it.
Again, this event, this forum set for 5 o'clock this afternoon, Creature Comfort, open to the public. I don't see anything here about a cover charge. You tell me, folks, just come in, sit down, and take part. What's going to happen?
I think that'll work just fine, Tim. I mean, they can just show up. We did have a RSVP list to try to figure out how much food we needed for Rashi to supply for us. But other than that, I'm sure we'll have plenty. And I know Creature Comfort's got plenty of cold beverages down there for everybody. So we'll welcome anybody that wants to come and hear about, how these people, Bob and Rashi and myself, and are helping try to make an impact in the community. So come on down and join us. And
also speaking this afternoon, as I said, Sarah McKinney, the president of the Athens Area Community Foundation. John Williams, best of luck this afternoon. Best of luck moving forward. Thanks for your time this morning.
I appreciate it. Thank you for your time and opportunity.
Progressive presents Forced Metaphors about bundling your home and auto.
In sports, 3 goals is a hat trick. And when you bundle your home and auto with Progressive,